Hello, you wonderful nerds of the world! Taurock at your service! And welcome to the first of an entire season of Death Battle! Reaction video! Yeah, because I'm not the one making Death Battle. That's Death Battle. That's Screw Attack. Not Screw Attack, but Death Battle. Anyway. Finally, we are starting what I've made this channel for. The beginning of Season 8 of Death Battle. Yoda versus King Mickey. Star Wars versus Kingdom Hearts. An interesting beginning, to say the least. Not only because everybody was expecting Yoda, if he ever were to appear on Death Battle, to fight another opponent like Meta Knight, but also because this is something nobody would have expected, because as we all know, Yoda was banned forever, never to be seen. Well, not really. It was actually Ben Singer, the creator of Death Battle, who didn't like Yoda, or as he was portrayed in the trilogies, and he knew that if he ever were to talk about Yoda on Death Battle, he would have to bring up how he is portrayed on the trilogy, so he didn't like that. So he just said, he just declared that he didn't really like the idea, but it's like, it didn't mean he was banned or anything. It was like more meant as a joke.
Probably Mickey Mouse, just because we don't want to get sued.
Like, we're technically covered by fair use for what we do now, but at the same time, if there's ever a company that would like
Try and push it,
run us into the ground, it would be Disney. And also, Disney owns everything now.
The fear is specifically with Mickey Mouse because Disney has a history of going after people who use the Mickey's image.
But yeah, Yoda was kind of famous in the Death Battle community. Not only because he was highly requested, it was a kind of a highly requested character for a long time, but also for the reason I just spat at, because like Yoda was banned, so everybody is like, yo, what's he gonna fight? Who's he gonna be fighting? And like I said earlier, most people thought it would be another opponent than King Mickey, even though this matchup was kind of popular, even before it was confirmed. I did some searching, and there's actually a good bunch of people who were actually very hyped about Yoda fighting King Mickey. So like, it's not a matchup that's pulled from nowhere. Unfortunately, I'm not into Kingdom Hearts, so I don't exactly know what their similarities are. I know they are both pocket-sized masters of great magic and great in a vast franchise. But aside from that, it's an interesting matchup because, like, I like this idea. It means Death Battle is willing to put specific variants of a character, of a Disney character, into Death Battle. And even if you follow me on DeviantArt, which I suggest you do, you might not know that there's a matchup I particularly dig that involves having a specific Disney character, or like specific variants of a character in Death Battle, and that is Duck Dodgers versus Paperinic. It's basically Daffy Duck and Donald Duck, but their superhero alter ego. And that gives me hope for this idea, but I'm not like, I don't think we're gonna have that in this season. But you know, it sets hope for the future. Anyway, before we begin watching the show, I'd like to go over both combatants, what I know about them, how I know them, and my prediction about how it's gonna go down, who's gonna win. So when it comes to Yoda, I know just as much as the common Star Wars spectator. I've watched every movie, I've watched some TV shows, but aside from that, my knowledge about Star Wars stops there. But I know there's way more about the Star Wars universe than I can even suspect there are. Like, apparently there are like 2 or 3 timeline, depending if you like the new trilogy or not. 3 if you like the new trilogy, 2 if you don't like it. But basically, there's like I know that there's the canon universe where all the movies and maybe some shows. There's like the extended universe, and there's apparently Legend, which is kind of like the expanded universe, but it's different. That's all I know. That's really all I can say. But the only way I can effectively talk about Yoda's true power is to compare him to a fighter that's been in Death Battle before, which is Obi-Wan Kenobi, and consider Yoda Obi-Wan's superior in every way. And like Obi-Wan is extremely crazy in Death Battle. Like when it comes to power, he's been compared to a guy who can move black holes or singularities with just the Force. He has like nanosecond reactions. He can move like at lightning speed. He can absorb and redirect energy with 2-, and even predict the future to a certain extent to anticipate their opponent's next move or predict any kind of danger that might happen to them. That's basically the main powers of any Jedi. So there's no reason Yoda doesn't have them. Aside from Obi-Wan versus Kakashi, that's all I can say about Yoda. And it's kind of the same deal with Mickey. I mean, I know who Mickey is. I mean, it's Mickey. It's Mickey. How could you possibly not know about Mickey? But Mickey in Kingdom Hearts is a bit more complicated. And the only thing I can think of to set him a max, like the full extent of his power, is to scale him and assume he is superior to another fighter that's been in Death Battle, and that's Sora, who could also move at lightning speed, slice through buildings, shoot beam that can go to the moon in like seconds. He can cure himself and stop time, which I think would be one of the most important spell in King Mickey's arsenal in this fight. I can't remember anything, like I'm trying to dress a list from memory, so there might be a lot that I'm missing from Sora, but based on the previous fighters from their respective franchise that we've seen on Death Battle, I think I can predict what can happen, like who would win. And to me, I have the sensation that Yoda has more chance to beat Mickey. Like, there's actually a lot of people thinking that King Mickey would win this. But I don't really see how. Because, like, with the Force, Yoda would have a bunch of ways of ending Mickey very quickly. I must admit, Mickey has one spell that I find very interesting for this fight, and that's the time stop, like I said. But I feel if I were to base their feat, their maximum strength, speed, reaction, and all, Jedis in general feel very overpowered. Like I said, you have Obi-Wan, who is like capable of moving black holes, which is like an enormous deal. So I'd like to see anyone in Kingdom Hearts able to have this kind of brute power. What's troubling me is that I don't see how Mickey can prevent Yoda from just using the Force to crush him from the inside. That's the that's quick. That's effective. But Mickey also has an effective way of winning this fight quickly, and that's by stopping time. But we know that Jedis like Yoda and Obi-Wan can predict the future or anticipate any danger or their opponent's next move. So with like lightning quick movements and like nanosecond reaction speed, I feel Yoda has more possibilities to avoid getting killed quickly when Mickey doesn't have what it takes to counter like a quick death. They both have a way to end the fight quickly, but Yoda can prevent it. That's my biggest prediction so far, based only on abilities and by scaling them to previous fighters. But again, I might be wrong, there's a ton of information I don't know. Plus, like, there's a ton of people who thinking Mickey wins, and they probably know a whole lot more than me. So yeah, that's about everything I needed to say so far. That's my prediction so far. I hope I'm wrong and Mickey wins, but so far I'm pretty confident that Yoda might take this one. Even though it pains me, because like, it's Mickey, you don't hurt Mickey, plus Mickey owns you, Yoda. What are you doing? He's your boss. What is Yoda doing? Mickey's your boss. Even if you kill him, he's gonna come back and bite your franchise. He's gonna make Star Wars 9 Snyder Cut on your ass. Anyway, let's stop wasting time with vain prediction. Let's jump right into it, and let's go. I'm hype. Death Battle Season 8 starts right now. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Yoda, the legendary Jedi Master of Star Wars fame.
Yes!
And King Mickey, His Highness of Disney Castle from Kingdom Hearts.
Yes!
Two have proven time and time again that size matters not.
Yep.
Let's see which of these tiny titans can swing their way to victory in a one-on-one duel. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. A bit too early.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a Jedi there was. Master he is. Yoda his name.
You're not gonna keep doing that, are you?
Tell me what to do. You cannot.
Okay, the mysterious Grand Master Yoda devoted his life to the ways of the Force and to leading the Jedi Order, a group of noble peacekeepers. They took it upon themselves to maintain a state of tranquility in the galaxy.
Don't be fooled by all that talk of peace, though. They're like superhuman samurai. Jedi consistently take on hordes of
Or like
baddies by
monks.
themselves, and they've been doing it for centuries.
Monks,
way before the start of
samurai.
the Galactic Republic.
At which point, the Jedi became much more entangled in, let's just say, government affairs.
Oh, sure, that's what the space wizards were missing. Politics.
The Jedi Council began weighing in on various
shit.
matters to both protect democracy and avoid violent
Politics.
conflicts.
Except they kinda screwed the porg on that front.
Yep.
The Clone Wars wasn't just a fantastic series by George Lucas and Dave Filoni, it was also an awesome miniseries by Genndy Tartakovsky.
And it was a horrific war that wiped out the Jedi, erased the Republic, and saw the rise of the Empire.
Sure, that too. Spoilers, man.
As the Jedi Grand Master, Yoda led the Grand Army of the Republic.
peculiar
a
speech
military
pattern
force
he
almost
has.
entirely comprised of clones, aka disposable people.
Man, that gets really messed up if you think about it too long. So I won't.
Despite his small, frail appearance, Yoda could absolutely hold his own in combat. In fact, he's considered one of the most powerful Jedi of his era.
He's trained
Yep.
all the greats like Obi-Wan, Mace Windu,
See,
and
Obi-Wan.
even Liam Neeson.
They're gonna
Where do you
scale
think he
him
got that
to
particular
Obi-Wan,
set
I'm
of
sure.
skills from?
All of Yoda's 900 years of experience certainly came in handy, like when he battled Count Dooku and Darth Sidious, two of the most powerful Sith Lords ever known.
Both Jedi and Sith usually come with the standard issue lightsaber, a badass weapon for a more badass age. They're pretty versatile too, with 7 different forms of combat styles. And don't think Yoda's gonna miss out on all that laser sword
let's see.
swinging. He's mastered all 7 styles, even though he's only 2 feet high. Hell, most lightsabers are taller than he is.
Which is why he specializes in the 4th form, a Taru. This style focuses on utilizing the Force to increase a Jedi's capabilities, allowing them to attack at blurring speeds with incredible precision.
Basically, he can flip-flop around like a ninja frog. Wait, is he actually Kermit?
This does still mean Yoda has a sort of handicap in physical combat, as his stature requires him to use the Force far more than most opponents just to keep up. While the Force is beyond the body and seemingly infinite, too much effort all at once can put a strain on a person and even kill them. However, Yoda is truly a master of the Force, potentially more so than any other Jedi. He has moved starships with his mind and lifted hundreds of droids at once.
He can also use mind tricks, illusions, and a technique called 2 to minus. That's when Jedi block or catch and redirect energy, like lightning, blaster bolts, or even other lightsabers.
It's safe to say that Yoda greatly prefers using the Force in combat over his Jedi weapon.
Wiz, if I ever get one of those laser swords and toss it away, you totally have permission to kill me.
Interesting. Dummy? Just let me see your hand.
My hand? Ow!
Okay, now place your finger there.
No? Jeez, Marshall would never make me do something like this.
Marshall? Who's Marshall?
Huh? Oh, the DBX Ringmaster guy. That's his real name. We were roommates in
Marshall?
college. He's helping me track down my dad, because he's my best bud.
Oh, best bud, huh?
What the hell was that?
Finally, I won't be the only one.
Wait, what just happened?
Anyway, the Force
What
is
did you
capable
do,
of much
Wiz?
more than a lightsaber. Kip Duron, a Jedi whose potential has been compared to Yoda,
See?
utilized it to move a gravity well-generated void. Basically, a black hole created by a ship.
Yep.
To strike the right balance of pressure in order to move a singularity. Theoretically, you would need to exert an energy output equivalent to almost 14 petatons of TNT.
Damn.
They're also super fast. They've blocked blaster bolts, of course, but they can also keep up with droid tri-fighters and Magna Guards, which both are clearly stated to have near light speed reflexes.
Damn.
Holy crap, who's building these things?
Furthermore, Jedi can use the Force to glimpse into the distant future through meditation.
Yep.
They can even allow the Force to guide their movements and predict danger in advance. Needless to say, all of these incredible feats would be impossible without the Force.
But with powers like that and a dash of political meddling, it was only a matter of time before these peacekeepers became soldiers. Even generals.
In a surprising move, Yoda actually chose to engage the rising separatist threat with an army of his own, personally kicking off the Clone Wars himself.
Too bad it
Ah,
was, as the
shit.
fishman says,
A trap!
The war took a sour turn, and the demise of the Jedi became all but assured. By the time they put the pieces together, it was too late. The Order fell into darkness.
More like brutally murdered into darkness. And you know, it's kind of their fault in a way. They were so committed to talking about peace, but at the same time, they're like really, really good at killing people.
Yeah.
Why do peacekeepers need to be so specifically trained in murder? So uncivilized.
Wiz,
Yeah.
get over yourself. If you had a lightsaber, you'd want to use it as much as you could too.
Though the Jedi
So
Order
why
knew
waste
that it didn't
time
do
on
something
politics?
critical, he would come to realize his follies, like the Council's sanctimonious excuses for betraying students like Ahsoka when they were needed most.
They ripped out our sweet Padawan rat tail, you assholes! But yeah, he finally figured out wars not make one great. Especially if you're a tiny green muppet.
Haunted by his mistakes and perturbed by the violence he helped bring upon the galaxy, Yoda went into self-imposed exile. He even gave up his lightsaber. And finally, he would train one last apprentice, Luke Skywalker.
Yoda taught Luke everything he could before finally becoming one with the Force, gaining immortality as a spooky blue spirit just like Obi-Wan and Liam Neeson.
And Luke, he went on to reverse many of the mistakes of Jedi's past, ending the Empire, redeeming his father, bringing balance to the Force, and inspiring a new, different generation.
Yep.
In the end, Yoda's greatest lesson of all was that oftentimes failure is our greatest teacher.
I don't believe it.
That is why you fail.
Yes.
Mickey Mouse, Disney's OG OC.
Now to Mickey.
You know him as a cute corporate mascot that hangs out with other cute animals and lives a pretty normal domestic life. But did you know he's also an insanely powerful warrior mage that fights darkness to save the Disney universe alongside a young boy and his good old duck and dog buddies?
Wrong
Not
dog.
that dog, the other one.
Yes, welcome to the world of Kingdom Hearts, a collection of worlds where Kingdom Hearts is the heart of the worlds and the source of ultimate wisdom and power across all kingdoms and worlds.
And apparently there's
Thing
more
about
than one
Hearts
Kingdom
is how
Hearts.
straightforward it is.
My favorite part is how it's ruled by
It's
that
crazy.
92-year-old mouse wizard.
Yep. Here he isn't just Mickey, he's King Mickey, the ruler of Disney Castle and the leader of the Guardians of Light, a group of Keyblade wielders who combat darkness.
King Mickey and the
Michael
other
Theodore
Guardians
Mouse.
him protect the
What the
world with
fuck?
magic and powerful
What the
weapons
fuck is that
known as
name?
Keyblades.
Michael Theodore?
They can perform a whole bunch of spells.
Seriously? Is that Kingdom Hearts or is this a general thing
'Cause they're keys.
about Mickey?
Mickey swung a lot of keys around, but his current and best is his star
There's the
cluster.
car key,
The
key to my
king
heart,
underwent
piano
rigorous training
key.
as an apprentice to the great
I
sorcerer
saw this scene,
Yen
it was
Zin.
super fun.
After some incidents involving a few too many brooms, he eventually became a sorcerer and Keyblade
I don't know
master
the
himself.
song very well.
Keyblades are basically like wands that can channel the user's magic for spells like Pearl, Mind Shield, and Faith Volley, which are all based on light energy magic.
He can also heal himself and others with Curaga and Healing Light. And that's honestly still just the tip of the iceberg.
With the Stopsa spell, he can freeze
Stopsa.
time for the length of an entire battle. Damn!
To freeze
Then
time.
there's Mickey's most powerful and most legendary spell, Ultima, which is basically a massive, devastating release of all of Mickey's light magic at once.
The only downside is these spells do require a lot of magic energy to use, which is also
That's something I
limited to
didn't
Mickey's
mention.
own
They use
energy.
kind of
Also,
mana.
He does need the Keyblade to channel it. There's not much the mouse can do without his Keyblade, except for be a cute and cuddly mascot.
Well, even if he does lose it, Mickey can immediately summon the Keyblade back to his hand.
Whoa, let me try.
No, don't tell me you have a Keyblade.
Boomstick, if you really want another beer, just go get one.
Okay, it's a beer.
God, it worked!
No, it was just me.
Well, Keyblades
Okay.
can also be used to lock worlds and doors in order to keep out Heartless, which are corrupted beings split from the darkness of a person's heart with a desire to consume.
Wait a second, Wiz. Pluto is a dog, but so is Goofy. But Goofy gets to walk around and fight with Sora and Donald, and Pluto just eats and sleeps like a normal dog. This must mean that Pluto is Goofy's Heartless.
Do you have a concussion?
Oh, always. On top of all of his advanced magic, Mickey's mega tough. When Heartless stack up, they can form a huge mass and take the shape of a giant twister called a Demon Tower. And Mickey's tanked a couple beatings from him.
Damn.
He's also survived this huge explosion from when the Keyblade was destroyed.
Yeah, he means the X-Blade.
Yeah, the
It's
X-Blade.
just pronounced like Keyblade, even though it's just one Keyblade.
It's dumb as
This
fuck.
series is so confusing.
Most Keyblades are capable of equally incredible feats. Sora could slice through
Yep.
several buildings with his Keyblade, and Mickey's rescued him on more than one occasion. Which makes sense, he's the leader after all, and can match any of them in power.
But Sora's no joke. He went up against Hercules, a demigod.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
launched a 1,600-ton rock titan into space. But that's nothing
The
compared
rock
to his dad,
titan
Zeus.
feat.
That guy can move stars, and not even he can compete with the foes that Mickey's tangling with.
The Guardians of Light and their Keyblades are immensely strong, but they also have great speed to match. Roxas's heart was able to move far above the speed of light in order to travel across galaxies.
Damn.
From the Radiant Garden back to the Keyblade Graveyard in a matter of seconds.
What?
And like any great ruler, Mickey's also remained a constant pillar of hope for all, even during some of the darkest times.
And with the help of his friends, the king was able to bring the darkness to an end and stop Xehanort, a Keyblade master hell-bent on getting the power of Kingdom Hearts.
While Sora battled Xehanort, Mickey and the rest of the Guardians finally closed Kingdom Hearts for good, preventing the power from falling into the wrong hands.
That mouse had it all figured out. The real key to saving the world is your friends. If each one of them also has a super powerful magic sword, that's also a key.
That
Despite
helps.
his long journey, King Mickey never wavered and led the way with his optimism, perseverance, and most important of all, the light inside.
Now, Sora, what you call
this door for good?
Don't worry. There will always be a door to the light.
Yes. Okay. I'll stop right there. I forgot about the Titan feat, the Rock Titan feat, and they have like light speed movements. Okay. So I'm trying to recall everything. But based on all that, you have Mickey, who has a limited pool of mana. Mickey has a limited pool of mana, but the Force is infinite. Basically, it's kind of like it's an external force that is everywhere. You might argue, oh, but the midichlorians, but it's more about how much of the force you can pull from the force. So it's not about running low on energy, even though using too much force at once can weigh him down and kill him. I don't. Yeah, but a black hole like being compared to a guy that moves a black hole is a bit more impressive. Oh yeah, but Mickey was compared to Sora, who was compared to Hercules, and Mickey was compared to Sora, who fought foes who were too strong for Zeus, who could move stars. So that's way stronger than I thought. That's way stronger than I remembered. Based on, I'm still gonna hold into Yoda because of when it comes to speed, I think Yoda would have the advantage due to his reaction speed and his ability to like predict the future and future events. And so he's got that in the bag. So is moving a bunch of is moving a black hole or like holding or stopping a black hole stronger than moving a bunch of stars? That's a good question. Also, there's something I wanted to know about Mickey's time stop ability, like Stopsa. I think it's Stopsa, yeah. If you see in the cutscene, it seems to affect a certain area. If I interpret this correctly, so is there a way Yoda could like predict this and move out of the way fast enough to dodge Stopsa, where Mickey wouldn't have like the counter, or as far as I know, the counter to be crushed from the inside by the force of Yoda, or maybe he would have some shield to prevent this. I guess, but I don't know, really. You know what? I'm still gonna kind of assume that my prediction, my current prediction, or like the prediction I had, remains kind of the same. In terms of feat, it seems way closer in terms of power, in terms of strength and speed and all that. But Mickey sounds crazy though. I'm still gonna hold on to Yoda, and we'll see what happens from there. I kind of hope Mickey wins because he sounds cool, but I think Yoda's gonna. I'm gonna go with Yoda. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go with Yoda. Okay, let's go to the fight. 3, 2, 1, fight!
All right, the combatants are set.
Render data for all possibilities. But first, time for a death battle! How can a spaceship go into the heart of others?
Difficult to find, you are.
A king, you must be.
And to challenge me,
You must be a master. I saw the sneak peek, so. Let's go. Okay. Sight! Using the force! Okay. He can respond.
The power I sense in you.
if you say so.
My first duel, this is not.
You could have fooled me.
Ooh!
Proof you are. That size matters not.
Right back at you, pal. Hot dog!
Ooh! Ooh! Ha! Ooh! Yeah, they both can't be disarmed. Ooh! That was rude. Ooh! Ooh, ooh, ooh! He's stopping time! No?
The path to victory. This is not the Force. I must trust.
Oh gosh.
Let's go! He's blowing boulders. Oof! Oh!
You sure are strong. But it's time to end this tussle.
Ultima! No? Ooh! He's redirecting. Oh shit, illusions! And lightning! Hoo! He's gonna stop time. He hasn't stopped time yet.
Surrender, you should. The power of the Force, you have not.
I can try. All I
Mickey, let's go! Ultima! Ooh!
Do or do not.
There is no try. Oh, this is epic! Ultima! Ooh! Did he win? No. It's not over. Is it?
What a shame. What happened?
It's not over!
Do not. One with the Force, I am.
Okay.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Okay. Well, I was wrong, and I'm glad with it.
Green rascal, a troll to the bitter end. I love it.
Grand Master Yoda was one of the most powerful Jedi of all time, but the Force was ultimately no match for the light.
Yoda's gotta be one of the best sword fighters Mickey's ever faced, and definitely gave him a run for his money.
While Jedi have battled foes with near light speed reactions, a Keyblade Guardian like Mickey could move several times faster. In order for Roxas to travel across
Yeah, but that's a
four
heart,
systems,
though.
he'd need to be moving almost 170 million times faster than light.
They've also rubbed shoulders with guys like Hercules and Zeus,
Yeah,
who
that's-
moved whole stars.
Yeah,
Hundreds
that
of
one
celestial
scared
bodies
me.
There. The energy needed to move that many is way more
Yeah.
than would be needed to move a
Yeah,
black hole.
yeah.
And while Yoda doesn't have much of an obvious weakness himself, the problem is neither does King Mickey. At least nothing that Yoda could really take advantage of.
Even if Yoda could figure out that King Mickey had a limited amount of magic energy to cast spells with, there wasn't much Yoda could do before it would start to replenish.
And the Force isn't exactly limitless either. Too much strain has been proven
Yeah,
to put a lot of stress
that's
on the
true.
body and even kill some Jedi in the past. These two were certainly a match for each other in many ways, but the King's superior speed, power, and magic meant he had the last laugh. Well, sort of.
Sorry, Yoda, but M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U are dead.
The winner is King Mickey.
Well, I was wrong. Okay, next time.
Stay tuned
Next time on Death Battle.
next week. But you can always get more Death Battle right now by clicking one of those boxes right over there and by downloading the battle music linked in the description.
I will. Next time. Shadow the Hedgehog versus Ryuko. Oh. Yes, Shadow the Hedgehog is back. Okay. So Ryuko Matoi was Matoi from Kill la Kill. Okay, it was one of the characters that were teased in the teaser of season 8. Well, okay, well, I was wrong. I'm happy for King Mickey and Kingdom Hearts fan. That was really good. That was really good, not gonna lie. A very good premiere. Very, like, the fight was really intense. Sorry, I'm giving a bit of a silent treatment because I'm trying to put things back together. But yeah, well, I was wrong. That's my first loss. My first prediction was wrong. I take it well because that means Mickey wins. Ultimately, even if Yoda would have won, Mickey, like, Disney still owns Star Wars, so Mickey was eventually gonna pull a fast one back on Yoda. So it was ultimately Mickey always wins. So I'm okay with this conclusion. The conclusion is you don't fuck with the mouse. But okay, next time is Shadow the Hedgehog versus Ryuko from Kill la Kill. I'm sure a lot of people are going to say called it. Apparently I like it, from what I know, it's actually like it's more of a rumor, but apparently it was a matchup that's been wanted behind the scenes of Death Battle for a while. Apparently there's a lot of folks who work at Death Battle who were interested in the idea of Ryuko versus Shadow. Plus it makes sense, like they are, from what I know from Kill la Kill, and also from Sonic, because like I'm a huge Sonic fan, so I take that as a base, but not that much for Kill la Kill. So from what I know, Ryuko was scientifically engineered to be like an ultimate life form, like Shadow. Plus they have similar color patterns. They have this edgy personality, kind of, from what I know. And also, like, I know, like, Shadow has kind of a history with Death Battle, because that's the third time he appeared on Death Battle. He's not the first combatant to make such a feat, but that's the third time we're going to see Shadow the Hedgehog in Death Battle. And every time, and it's cool because every time we see Shadow, he seems more powerful. Like they seem to, the research team seem to give him more credit than the last time. And given the credit he was given last time with Shadow vs. Mewtwo, which I agree with, sorry, despite having lost to Mewtwo, he was still shown as very powerful. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with Shadow versus Ryuko. And that's about everything I can say. So I'm gonna leave it right here and say thank you for watching. Hope you liked this little reaction. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, with your folks, with your enemies. You know, my voice is pretty cringy, so that'll piss him off. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Death Battle. Peace!